The 2K dev Zach Tillman just finished his poll about NBA 2K21 hot zones. This gives us a small insight on how NBA 2K21 is going to be played, as well as some small gameplay features involving hot zones, as well as I'm going to be covering some other tweets that are exploding about NBA 2K21, as this might give us a small insight on how NBA 2K21 is going to be shaped. But before we get into the video, guys, if you could smash that like and subscribe button and comment down below 2K21, I would really appreciate it. It just helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. Yo guys, what is good? It's your favorite supreme leader, Cameron. And saying I'm obviously coming at you guys with some NBA 2K21 news, as I have been. So as you guys can see, our first major story today is Zach Tillman on 2K21. He's a 2K producer. He's not really a developer. I'm actually not really sure what he does, but he does post out a lot of 2K21 polls, and I believe he does have an influence in the game. But today I think it was yesterday, he made a poll about hot zones in 2K20 My Career. You're earning them uniquely, proving your shooting ability separately in each mode, NBA, Park, Prime, etc. Thinking ahead for 2K21 and maybe beyond, what would be your preference? Zones proven per mode like it is now, zones shared among modes, or no votes, let's see results. I don't really know what the point of that last bit is, but so the results were zones proven per mode at 24.8% and zones shared among modes 65.2%, and no votes, let's see results, at 10%. This means that the large majority of people want zones shared among modes. This to me makes a lot of sense, okay? In my opinion, we'll go through other people's opinions in a second, but in my opinion, let's say Steph Curry shoots 60% from the field. Actually, this is kind of a stolen tweet, but let's say Steph Curry shoots 60% from the field. If he goes to the park, that he's not gonna miss all his threes, okay? He still has that three-point shooting ability. If he's shooting 70% from the corner, he's not gonna go to the park and then all of a sudden have cold spots at the park, but he can shoot fine in the normal games. Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So that's why I think hot zones should be shared among game modes. Also, it's just more fun. We just want to play the game, okay? We really don't want to grind out our hotspots or be scared to shoot the ball, because it just makes park not fun when you're so concerned, oh, I can't take a mess around shot because I might lose my hotspots. Even if I'm up like 20 to 10 or 20 to 2 or something, I can't be messing around trying to take fading threes because I'm gonna lose my hotspots so quickly, and then I'm just not gonna be able to shoot at all. Now, SwantE had one of the most popular replies under this poll, possibly the most popular reply, I didn't really check, gathering 366 likes. Honestly, people just want to play the game with their my player's full ability. Nobody really want to spend weeks grinding their player or taking careful shots in park, never going for clips. For 2K21 community would really like an easy badge grind and hotspot grind. Now, I completely agree with SwantE right here. Nobody wants to spend all their time in park just taking careful shots. We all want to take crazy shots and try, get some cool clips, as he said. But we can't, because otherwise we risk losing our hotspots, getting cold spots, and then it's just a terrible experience where then we can't play the game to our my player's full ability. Now, he did elaborate further on this on his video, especially with his second part of the tweet, saying that we'd like an easy badge grind and hotspot grind, hinting at a possibility that maybe 2K could just let us pay for our badge upgrades. Now, this wouldn't be a bad idea. Obviously, it would cause 2K to make a lot more money and the game to even cost more money, because then everyone's going to need their badges maxed out to be able to compete, especially even on day one. You don't have to spend an extra $20 to max out your badges. But regardless if they let us buy our badges or not, the grind definitely needs to be easier. This year, the badge grind was far too long. There's a ton of people that never got their badges completed, and this is one of the hardest badge grinds ever, probably, in my opinion, okay? I didn't get all my badges on any players, which is a first for me. Normally I max out my players. Now, one of the other popular comments was from BadgePlug. NBA cases made in the USA and shipped from the USA. A large selection of high quality super slim NBA cases, as well as some NBA 2K theme cases. If you guys would like to purchase a phone case for almost any phone model, you guys can find cases at bballcases.com. This is my own website, guys, so it's kind of sponsored, but like not really, because it's just my website. Now, one of the other popular comments was from BadgePlug. I like this question is much more important than the others and Mike Wang's, but since you guys reverted hotspots, the whole community has expressed disliking of it. Also, why wasn't this a question before reverting them months ago? I'm just confused, Zach, that's all. So pretty much what BadgePlug is saying, they never asked to make this change, okay? Everyone was against this change. No one has liked this change from the start. So it's surprising that they actually even have to ask the community on this topic, because I feel like everyone has expressed their disliking for this hot zone system, as it just makes the game so much less enjoyable when we can't mess around on park, because then we risk losing our hotspots, and when we lose our hotspots, then we just can't play the game, and we can't just grind them out in my career like we have in previous years. Now, PowerDF said, okay, this might be a bit unpopular, but follow me here. We need a new system, maybe over a longer period than 25 games. If you share across modes, it allows permanent hotspots and players with low threes to shoot unrealistically. But I should be able to play Park without fear. Now, this doesn't really make sense if you think about it, how hard this would be to actually implement. But pretty much what he wants is players with a low three not to be able to shoot unrealistically, because that's pretty much what we have got to know hotspots to do. As soon as like 7-3 centers, as soon as they get their hotspots, all of a sudden they're able to shoot well, and they find all these glitchy jump shots. There's a very simple solution to that. 2K, all they have to do is just turn down the sliders, okay? That's not a problem with the hotspots. That's a problem with 2K allowing people to shoot with low three balls. Now, he also seems to have a problem with permanent hotspots that were generally generated from hotspots being generated in my career, because obviously you're shooting such a large volume that it's very hard to get rid of your hotspots in modes like Park, because you're just not taking as many shots. So then if you were to implement like a balancing system, or if you like miss so many shots and you lose your hot zone, so then it's not permanent, then you still have to play Park in fear, okay? Because then you're losing your hotspots, and then it contradicts your last statement. We're saying you don't want to play the game in fear. So that would be incredibly hard for them to implement effectively where it doesn't annoy anyone. So I hope 2K kind of just ignores this comment, to be honest, because it doesn't really make a lot of sense. They kind of contradict themselves, unless they would just have hot zones that like expire over time, but that would really just disadvantage people that don't hop on the game every day. A lot of people, you know, they're just playing on the weekends or something like that. They have school, they're not allowed to play, and that would just be unfair to them. It's not like everyone gets to play the game every single day, so it doesn't really make sense for hot zones to just disappear over time if you don't play the game. I don't really think that would be too fair. Now, another unrelated tweet that's been incredibly popular, I've actually been ignoring it for the last couple of days, because when you search up NBA 2K21, this has been the #1 tweet for probably about the last 3 or 4 days, showing this is incredibly popular, as it has 1.5 thousand likes and 282 retweets on Twitter, guys. That's actually a significant amount on Twitter. This one's actually pretty close to my heart. It says, y'all think this type of dribbling should return in NBA 2K21 with this clip of the 2K17 dribbling. And now I gotta completely agree with this. Now, there was a few people in the comment section disagreeing, saying this is why dribble gods ruined 2K. But no, the gameplay in this is much faster. It's much more glitchy. It looks much nicer. It's a lot more fun. 2K17 would have been one of the most fun 2Ks of all time. It probably would have been the most fun 2K of all time if it wasn't for the overpowered brick wall and the servers being terrible, as well as a combination of them giving us the same parks for the second year in a row. But even with that incredibly overpowered brick wall, a lot of people still look at it as one of the best 2Ks, and it's a lot of people's favorite 2K. So I definitely think 2K should consider having these glitchy dribble moves re-added into 2K21. Now, the thing is, you can't play like that in my team or play now, my league, all those stuff, because all those glitchy dribble moves were a combination of like drill moves that you needed to have on your my player, okay? Like, you couldn't just pick anyone and start dribbling crazy like that. Obviously, there's a few players that you could do that with, but there was a very few. You pretty much had to have a custom my player to be able to dribble like that. And to be honest, I think the style looks much more enjoyable. It's much more glitchy. It brings way more people to the game, and it's just a lot more fun and enjoyable. As I said, even with the incredibly overpowered brick wall that pretty much ruined 2K17, it's a lot of people's favorite game because of the drill moves, the way players moved, all that kind of stuff. But either way, guys, comment down below your thoughts on these people's tweets, what is happening with the hot zones, how you guys think the hot zone should work, what type of dribbling you guys want in NBA 2K21. Comment down below if you also think it's going to be different for current gen and next gen. If they give us 2K17 dribbling in either one of those game modes, I will be very, very happy. I mean, in one of those generations of consoles, sorry. I'll be very happy if they just give us one, okay? But either way, guys, hit that like and subscribe button, comment down below your thoughts, and I'm out. See ya.
Guys, till my lunch turn blue. Let's go. Smoke gelato, it gon' take me to the moon.